questions. I'm gonna go through the questions quickly, uh, and then you can answer them quickly as well. Because it's cardio, so hopefully it goes quicker. Mm. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Okay, the questions include: do I think a cheat meal helps individuals stay consistent or ruins the progress? So that's the first question. Second question: if you're to rate your physique, okay, so that's a funny one. And then third question: do you need carbs to build muscle? And somebody wants to know what can they use to replace the bread in their diet. And should be the fourth one: can athletics drink alcohol sometimes? And then I think sixth or whatever, but I'll answer them in order. Do you need carbs to build muscle? And what motivates you to stay in your fitness journey? Can the gym save you from mental health? What supplement actually made a noticeable difference? Before, okay, no, there's something else. Cardio kills gains, true or myth? Yes. So those are the questions that I'm gonna be answering. Um, Let me see if I can get some music to play in the background. You're gonna have to quickly just give me a moment to see if I can get some music to play in the background. I'll answer these questions. Just bear with me. Quickly go on YouTube on my other phone. Ahmed, hope you're doing very well. I'm just gonna be answering some questions, but I just quickly want to play some copyright music um, in the background. So just give me a moment to set it up, and I'm gonna read the questions again. Then I'm gonna be answering while we look for copyright free music. Copyright free music. Ahmed, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate your support, your continuous support is definitely appreciated. Um, what I'm looking for, oh, music, upbeat music. Yes, here we go. As I said, answering a couple of questions, but I don't want you to be bored of my voice. That is why I'm gonna get some music in the background. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hey, you must make sure that it copyright free. Hey, hey, that sounds a bit too good. Mm-mm, I don't trust it. It is copyright because you cannot play music um, on YouTube or anywhere else unless it's your own music or it's copyright free. I'm just looking for that. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we found it. We found it. Okay, we found it. Let's put this thing back here. Okay, okay. All right. I'm just setting up this lighting. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's get these questions. Let's setting up something else quickly. Okay. Let's get this cardio and answer these questions, of course. Right. Okay. Okay. The first question is: do I think a cheat meal ruins an individual's progress at the gym, or is it, or does it help them to stay consistent at the gym? When it comes to cheat meal and then those kind of things, I believe if you feel that you've earned it, you've stuck to your goal, you've been doing what you needed to do, you've seen the result, you know, you've seen the result. Um, Seb, Seb says, Estin Hall. My brother, thank you so much for making me laugh. And thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe to all the nice things. Appreciate the support and the humor. I'm just answering some questions. So the first one, as I said, it asked, a cheat meal, does it help or does it hinder somebody's um, progress in the gym? Personally, I believe if you've earned it, definitely go for it. Thank you so much, said player, for those kind words. Thank you so much. I'm on it. I won't let you down. On it. Cheat meal, I think only if you've earned it, you can have your cheat meal. But if you have not earned your cheat meal, don't do it. Stick to your diet, stick to your goals. And as time goes by in one's fitness goal, your body slowly stops craving, the unhealthy food. I'm using quotation because possibly unhealthy could be subjective in certain areas or whatever the case could be. That's why I'm using that to say that it's subjective. So cheat meal only if you think you've earned it. Go for it. But you don't you can go without a cheat meal, you know. But if you feel you've earned it and you've sticking to your diet, somebody said ones that stop rewarding yourself with food, the dog. So keep that in mind, when you want to reward yourself with food, keep it in mind. Okay, so that's the first question. Cheat meals, only if you end it. If not, don't do it. Okay, this is a funny one. This one says, um, rate your physique from 1 out of 10. I think whoever is watching, you can do the rating yourself. For me, I believe I'm above average. So anything above average. Um, Scotty says, hey, hello, hello, and thank you to everyone who's watching. So that's the second question. As I said, those who are watching, you can do the rating yourself because the question says, how much would I rate my physique? As I said, I believe I look better than the average guy. And then, how much better I look. Um, yeah, then I'll leave it to the chat. But I believe I worked enough to look better than average guy. Another question is, do you need carbs to build muscle? I think with this one, it may differ from person to person, but scientifically, or the the journals and the material that I've read and the consultation that I've consulted in the past, muscle is made out of protein, but the carbs, it's the energy that you need to fuel you while you're building the muscle. So directly, the carbs um, will not assist you to build muscle directly. Meaning now that if you had to only eat carbs, would you build muscle? Most highly unlikely, or if you can, it would be challenging, I believe, you know. And let's just keep in mind that you are talking about carbs. We don't talk about vegetarian, animal protein, all of that. Just carbs themselves. I believe carbs it's what you need to fuel you to go to the gym and train, but the muscle building component, majority, that is from the protein. That is my conclusion from everything that I've read, um, videos I've watched, and face-to-face conversation with the people who know better and all of that. Another question asked: this person on a diet, but they also still want to continue eating bread, and they're looking for alternatives. Reps, it's a good alternative because they're very thin, and if you can make them with wheat flour, I think it's a flour that has less carbs or less gluten. So the options would be reps, or you can use a fruit like lettuce as a substitute for bread, meaning now that whatever you're gonna have in your bread, you could between two slices of lettuce. So that could be the one option. Another option, low fat bread. or less calories, low calorie bread. That's another option. Or you can bake bread with some vegetables. Um, Obviously, you can find a recipe for that, but there's an option because there's some bread that you can bake with some vegetables. I've seen spinach bread, but I'm just not sure how much flour is in there. So that's another option to replace the bread. Um, yeah, but I think the one that I'll choose is to perhaps replace the bread with those leafy vegetables, your lettuce, your cabbage. You can actually make a sandwich or make actually like a burger. When your feeling is uh, tasteful and flavorful, I think that would definitely work. So that is one of the options. If you still don't like the sandwiches, but you're on a diet. Uh, this one asks, can an athlete drink alcohol? Once in a while, would not hurt. A glass of whatever once in a while would not hurt. The issue will be when you're overdoing it. I think that's where the issue would be. But a glass of wine here and there, nothing excessive, you know, still keep it on the um, legal limit, meaning that if you have to drive, you must still have, I think it's 0.05 milliliter of alcohol in 100 milliliters of blood or something. But, you know, minimum glass of two, nothing hectic. It should not be an issue. An issue will be when you're doing it excessively. That will definitely interfere um, with your gains. Yeah, it will definitely interfere with your gains. Okay, let's see. Oh yes, it's an interesting one. I think we can turn this question into story time. So the question asks, what motivated me to start my fitness journey? Okay, so when I was in high school, I used to play cricket. When I was in high school and started running and a little bit of soccer here and there, but the main sport was cricket. So I was I was still in school, so I probably weighed like 40 kilograms or something like that. And in cricket, those who know cricket, when you're fielding, yes, there's a lot of throwing of that hard ball that we play with in cricket. So every time after a cricket game, my arm, especially the elbow, I don't know if I was the way I was throwing the ball, whatever the case is, but my elbow will always be painful after the cricket game. So now my goal, or what I thought at the time, was that my forearm is weak. So that's what I thought. So I thought if I can work my forearm, my throwing during a cricket game will be much better, and I will not have the elbow pain. So that was one of the drivers, or one of the motivates motivations for me to start the gym. And also coupled with that is that my father was already going to gym, but I never really had much interest, but when I wanted to improve my throwing in the cricket, and then when I spoke to my father now, who was, a gym goer, and then I started going to the gym, and then I was doing a lot of for arm exercises. Because now remember now that my main goal was to improve my throwing um, when I'm playing cricket. So that was the main things. And then after that, finish school. So interest in cricket not so much anymore, but I like the gym. And I started getting more serious. And I saw that, some ladies, they liked a well-built guy. Plus, my father was motivating me to stick to the gym. And then I started. And then continue training. I'm not sure when the switch moved from the gym being a purely physical thing to now something that helps mentally to cope. I don't know when that switch happened, but that's where we're at right now at the gym. Keeps me sane, or the gym that keeps me balanced when I'm feeling that I'm falling off the cliff. So the gym helps me to sort of balance things out. I don't know how we got there. From training for cricket to training because the ladies liked it to now training for mental health. I don't know how we got there. Oh, I think this ties in to the next question, which someone asked: can the gym save you from mental health? I think so. I believe so. I believe so because during lockdown, I couldn't go to the gym, and I think that was the first time where it was I had, the gym was closed. It was the first time when the gym was closed and I couldn't go from the time that I started training. So it was the first time in a long time where I went, I think, for about a whole month without a proper training session. And mentally, I felt different and not in a good way. Obviously, the scientists will have an explanation when it comes to your cortisol and your stress hormones and um, all the hormones in the mind, what happens when you gym, your happy hormones and all of that. So I believe gym can definitely help you when it comes to your mental health. How how much gym do you need? I do not know. But I just know that when the gym was closed, mentally I was not doing well compared to when the gyms were open and I could go. You know. What supplements made actual noticeable difference to me? Creatine. Oh, I don't know how much um, I'll have to keep saying this, that if it happens that you're a new gym goer, you don't know what supplement to start, you don't know where to start, just grab creatine. We can figure out the rest later. Just get creatine. If you have to get supplementation and you don't know which one to take, or you are new at the gym, or the budget is tight, or whatever the case is, just get creatine. We'll figure out the rest later. So supplementation wise, that has made the most significant um, sort of gains or progress for me, it's creatine monohydrate. Leave the other stuff. Leave that HTC. Okay, don't leave, but if you have just choose one, creatine monohydrate. The other ones, those blended ones, and creatine monohydrate unflavored. That is supplement. For me, cardio kills gain. True or false? Cardio at the wrong time can potentially kill gains. So what I mean is that you see now I'm doing cardio. I'm not gonna go train now, lift weight. So I think that cardio will definitely kill your gains if you do cardio before your weight, excuse me, your weight session starts, because that energy that you're gonna be depleting while you're doing your cardio, it's the same energy that you're going to need to build muscle. So it may not be a direct link in that scenario, but I believe it's connected because you want to deplete a lot of energy, a lot of carbs, a lot of calories doing cardio, and then go and try to build muscle. But now there's no more energy in the body because you've depleted, the energy there doing cardio. So in that scenario, definitely interferes. But if you're doing cardio on a different day or early in the morning and doing your weight session in the afternoon, that will definitely help you because I believe, or my goal is always to reach muscular failure before reaching cardiovascular failure. Meaning now that you don't want to sort of your engines overheat before the body can overheat, if I put it that way. You don't want to struggle to breathe before the muscle gets tired, loosely speaking. So cardio helps you to train your cardiovascular to be able to almost breathe at high altitude. Just yeah, do your cardio, but away from your weight session. Let's see. Still have any questions to answer? Let's see. Let's see. Nope. I think that's the last question. So I'm just gonna run through the questions quickly and my answers for those who didn't catch the whole stream. Question one was: do you think cheat meal helps individuals stay consistent with their goals, or does it interfere with their progress? With that one, I believe if you've earned it, go for it. If you feel that you've worked hard enough, you've earned it. Deep down, you know when you've earned the reward or not. So if you earned it, go for a cheat meal. And then, although that hate my physique, you can do the rating yourself in the comments. Please be kind. Thank you. Um, and then, do you need carbs to build muscle? I would say yes, because you need the energy from the calories to help you at the gym, and you don't want your protein that you've ate to be used as energy. So in that way, yes, you need carbs to build muscle. Um, Replacing bread with you can low-fat bread, you can do sourdough bread that is calorie friendly, calories friendly. Apologies. You can replace your bread with lettuce, lettuce leaves. You can serve as bread. You can make your own wraps with whole wheat flour, gluten-free flour, and all of that. You can make your own bread with the calories friendly bread. You can do wraps. Some wraps they are very calories friendly, so that's an option to replace the bread. Can athletes drink alcohol once in a while, but overdoing it will interfere with your performance? But once in a while, I believe it will not affect motivation to go to the gym, mainly mental health. I'm not gonna retell the whole story, but mental health at the moment, that's where we're at. We need the gym for mental health. Yes, mental health and the gym, can sort of coexist. Supplement that works. Creative monohydrate, that is my supplement. My go-to. And then the last question was cardio. Does cardio kill gain or is it a myth? If you're doing it harder before your wet session, you definitely interfere with your gains. But if you do it on a separate day, I don't think it would. You just benefit as long as you're eating enough calories, enough protein, enough everything. Should not. So yes, that is that. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.